everyone, Marc here from Marc and Cars. Today, unbelievable day. I'm in a 718 Spyder. 4 litre, naturally aspirated, manual. Is there a better engine, gearbox combination in the market? GT4 owners might say their cars are better. I've got the open top, I can hear the sports exhaust. This is unbelievable. Come and have a look at this car. Driving the 718 Spyder. Regular viewers of the channel know that I reviewed a 987 Spyder not so long ago, a black one. Amazing car, PDK. This is the newer version of that car. 4 litre motor. This is actually a product of the GT department of Porsche. And it's noticeable. The turning on the car, the suspension balance, the gear shift is just unbelievable. Sure, it's got the auto blip, and I know purists say, what do you got that on a car for? Learn how to drive. You know what? I don't have to. Porsche have done it for me. And have a listen to this thing. And the brakes. The grip is just unbelievable, the mechanical grip in this car. Sounds amazing, that naturally aspirated motor. Touch over 400 horsepower, I believe. 0 to 100 around 4-ish. You know what? I don't even care about that. This is just a car that brings smiles. Off the bat, the way the actual rear hood opens, it's definitely a lot more thought out, and structurally it looks a lot more solid. I actually suspect the clam itself, if we stand back here, I actually think it might be a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller than the previous generation. Definite space in the hood, the boot here feels a little bit larger. Obviously access to fluids there, like all good, Boxsters or Caymans. And it's a little less manual by the looks of it, the way this all works. But we'll have a look at that in a moment. Look, technology-wise and comfort-wise, this is obviously, I think this car must be 10 years newer, just from the screens, the way the buttons work. Overall, the shifting and everything in the car is just impeccable. I think you'll agree the white complements the car quite nicely. The white body-coloured accents along the dash there where the cup holders are, and also the console surround, I think it's quite nice. The Alcantara inserts are lovely. And every touch point on the car is just absolutely stunning. I think the black strap handles there are a pretty nice touch, purely because you're not going to get dirty being black. The wheels are massive on this thing. Talking about 20-inch wheels here, they're 295s on the back. Not too sure what are we dealing with on the front there. 245s. The front is classic well, when I say front, I'm talking about front storage here. Classic Porsche, you know, seems to go down below ground level somehow. Some sort of magic they work, I'm not too sure. Overall, there's no front lift on this, and it is low at the front, but it looks pretty flexible. The front lip or front spoiler, if you want to call it that. And while we're talking about aero, just walk around the back here. It does have a rear spoiler that lifts, and the rear diffuser is pretty significant. The twin pipe exit's pretty interesting, mainly to me because, you know, this car is a product of the GT department at Porsche, and most of their GT cars, like 3s, 4s, etc., 2s, all got, you know, the central outlet, and if you actually have a look here, it seems to go on forever underneath there in the central part of the rear diffuser. The touch points for the car here. Oh, the key's also colour coded. There it is there. Have a look at that beauty. Stunning. Your steering wheel's very nice, heated, as are the seats. That gear shift though, it is an absolute delight to use. The bite point of the pedals is stunning. Of the clutch is just amazing. The combination, the dynamic. Porsche have clearly put a lot of energy and development into those things to making sure everything on the car just works really nice. And you know what? They have done. It does work really nice. Anyway, let's have a look at how this roof works. So here's a shot of the Spyder with the roof up. You know, the roof line itself is slightly different to the older Spyder, I think. I believe these parts just here don't come back. Oh, I believe these parts here just don't come back quite as far. I think it might come back a bit further in the older model, and which may give it a slightly more teardrop shape at the rear. I'm just going off memory. This is a couple of months ago I did the other one. Maybe we should have a look to see how this roof comes off. Hey? So firstly I need to turn the ignition on, because it's actually partly mechanical, partly electric, unlike the other one which is completely mechanical. And so I'll just turn on the ignition, and there is a button here that will unhook and open the back. Firstly, I'm just going to unhook these back bits. There's a button in the center here that you press to release, and it goes into a neat little holder like only a German could design. Do the other side, same again. And now I'll just open up the back here, which with its size, it's actually as equally flimsy as the previous Spyder that I had to do this very same thing with. But this actually is very different to the previous Spyder. Before, you physically took the whole thing off and stored it in the back. This actually has a place that it goes back to. So I'll just move this back and it drops in. Not unlike a normal Boxster actually. And from here, close the back. And I just push down these little covers here that cover up the mechanicals on either side. Today with Marc, yes, another Marc, who is the very fortunate owner of this 718 Spyder. Marc, thanks very much for sharing it with us.
It's a pleasure.
Tell us, why this car? Why did you buy this car?
We had a Boxster before, and it was just a standard Boxster, the 981. Loved that car, beautiful drive, just fancied something with a bit more power, a bit more poke, a bit more fun.
Sure, well, it's certainly got plenty of power. It's over 400 horsepower, as I mentioned earlier in the video. And I'm going to tell you, overall, it is a pretty dynamic driving experience. Has it met your expectations on what you're hoping for?
Absolutely, we enjoy it. Yeah, it's fun to drive, it's fun around town, it's fun out on the roads. Yeah, it's ticked all the boxes for us. Makes
the right noises too, I've got to say. You know, as a driving experience, I've been, you know, more than impressed with it. You know, I had pretty high expectations. I've been fortunate enough to drive GT4s, yep, which, sure, it was an earlier generation than this one, and you would hope that everything got better, and I actually think it did. And
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's the same gearing as what's in a GT4 in the
It is.
gearbox.
It's pretty much the same car now. It's got the same suspension, the same setup, the same shocks, the same wheels. So the dynamics are all exactly the same as the GT4 on this generation for the first time for a Spyder.
Yep, sure. And I understand time between order and delivery was...
Nearly 3 years. Yeah, it was a long wait. That was from
how's that for patience?
that's from putting down the allocation to get on the list to
Sure.
picking up delivery. It was 3 years. Yeah.
Was it always going to be a white car?
Yes, I've grown to love my white cars. The last one was white as well, and I think it brings out the best of the accents on the black parts of the car, so yes.
Yeah, good. I like it. The not that I have to. The overall best part about owning the car for you?
Probably just the drivability. It's just a fun car to drive. You just enjoy every moment at any speed as well. You don't have to drive it fast and enjoy it. It's just enjoyable everywhere you go.
I have to agree with you. Like, you know, I poodled around a little bit while we're putting this video together. It just does actually drive quite comfortably and nicely. Sure, the suspension's stiff, but it has to be for the sporting component of the car. And you're not getting in a car like this thinking it's going to be a Rolls Royce either. So, you know, overall, I think the car is a good balance of a great road car.
Yep.
Everything you want in a great road car. Manual gearbox is just unbelievable in this car. You know,
yeah. All the Boxster generation cars, the gearbox has been beautiful. It's a joy to drive.
It is an absolute joy. What don't you like about the car?
You've got to be careful car parks, and the lip is quite low. It's deceptively low. You've got to be a little bit careful where you park it.
Sure.
There's not much to dislike. The manual roof takes a bit of planning ahead. You can't get caught out in the rain. So if it's raining and you've got the top down, you either got to go faster or
you stop.
Yeah, so that it's a bit quirky, but you get used to it.
Do you see this as a car that you put up the roof when you have to, or a convertible that you pull down when it's sunny? Do you sort of understand the difference when I say that?
In 18 months, I'd say we've had the roof up 2 or 3 times. So yeah, we
Sure.
pick our days, and lucky living in WA, we drive the roof down the whole time.
Yep. It's the roof feels a lot more substantial than the previous generation Spyder, you know, with regards to how much it encloses everything. So yeah, I could, you know, I no doubt it would keep you dry.
We've been through some big storms and rain driving it actually, so it definitely keeps you dry.
Yeah,
but
sure.
it's not very suppressing of noise, I should say. It's loud. Yeah, so you
Flap around loud, or just road
road
noise?
Just
Yeah,
lets the
okay.
road noise in.
Mm.
Yeah.
It is quite a lightweight roof with regards to inside. It's not like triple lined or anything like that. I saw.
Yeah.
What options did you spec with the car?
Very few. There's not much to spec on this car. It has white hoops to match the body colour.
Sure.
And then the white accents inside to match again outside.
Sure.
Folding mirrors, I think, strangely, was an option, and that's pretty much it.
I still find it amazing that in this day and age of a car of this calibre, you have to spec folding mirrors. You know, it's the sort of thing that really you should.
Yeah.
Anyway, who am I? I guess this is how Porsche make their profit on the cars, and they are very good at that.
Yeah.
But they do deliver. They're amazing cars to drive. Notice you had some PPF put on the car when I was
Yes.
doing the filming.
Yeah, so PPF the front and the rear haunches.
Did you do that straight away as soon as you got the car?
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
okay.
fact, I had to wait because this was the first Spyder in WA, so we had to wait to get the patterns to fit for doing the PPF.
Okay. Sure.
So I think we
Sure.
waited a couple of weeks after the car to get the software that generates the patterns.
Well, okay. Yeah, I don't think I'd be that patient. You didn't do the mirrors?
Yes.
Oh, you did do the mirrors?
Yeah,
Yep,
they're
good one.
coated as well. So yes, it's mirrors, the bonnet, the wings, the lower front, and then the haunches here. Just
Sure. Yep. Good one. Well, look, I really appreciate you taking the time and sharing the car with me, and hopefully my experience through to the viewers, because, you know, like I said, amazing car, and I know you've got a few other cars in the garage that we might have to have a look at sometime in coming videos. So, not Porsches, but still good cars. Okay. Thanks very much for your time today, and viewers out there, I apologise, it's been some time since my last filming here in Perth. We've had, I think, 9 Sundays in a row without rain. Gone through some life changes myself as well, but no excuses. I'll continue to try and get more content out to you. If you've enjoyed the video, please, comments, let's hear them. Anything you've got to say, any ideas on future cars, if you've got a car that you think I need to film, please get in touch. Hit subscribe, give it a thumbs up, do all that stuff. Appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. Marc and Cars.